I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
Anyone claiming that America's economy is in decline is peddling fiction.
I've abandoned free market principles to save the free market system.
But we have to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it.
Raising the debt ceilings does not increase our debt. It does not somehow promote profligacy.
I know words. I have the best words. Nobody knows the system better than me, which is why I alone can fix it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Peddling Fiction Podcast. I am your host, the voice and soul of so-called fiction, Johnny Profita. And back with me, looks like he's survived his procedure, is Justin Hillbilly Boy Campbell. How was it?
Awful. Fucking awful. I don't do well with anesthesia, apparently.
Are you causing problems?
They said that I fought the scope the whole time I was under. Like, I was asleep before they ever even stuck, before anything, like, happened. I didn't even remember them actually, like, giving me the anesthesia. I was asleep as soon as I got on the table. But they said that I didn't do well. I fought it the whole time. Also, nothing's fixed. We don't know anything.
Yeah. This is all for nothing?
They did a couple biopsies, and hopefully by the end of the week, we'll get results back from the biopsies and know what's going on. But it wasn't something simple. And apparently my esophagus is like falling apart from the inside, and the doctor wasn't really sure how to describe it. So yeah, cool.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
It's whatever. I mean,
shit, dude. Sorry. I figured everything was fine.
Nope, not at all. Not even a little bit. But it's cool. It's whatever. I'll be fine. There are ways to repair your esophagus, I'm sure. If worst case scenario, they stretch out your small intestine and like put it in place of it. So, there's ways to make this work. I'm not gonna like die. I just might have a slightly more complicated life. Whatever.
It's interesting. Like, what else could they possibly do to figure out what's going on, though, other than the biopsy, right?
Yeah, like they did the biopsies. He was pretty positive that it wasn't cancer. Like, he didn't see anything that would make him think it was like throat or esophageal cancer. So, like, at least we can rule that much out. I don't have cancer. Just my esophagus is eroding from the inside. So that's cool. I had a buddy that was like, I've dipped for 20 years. And I had a buddy that was like, well, you dip, you swallow that stuff? I was like, no. He's like, well, you probably swallow a little bit more than you realize. I was like, yeah, but like also the doctor's been doing this for a while, and I'm sure he's dealt with patients who dip. And I have a buddy whose granddad had esophageal problems because he had dipped for 50 fucking years. And like, they know what that looks like. And the doctor, when he was basically talking to me about my stuff, he seemed stumped. He didn't seem to know what was going on. Like, it was something that was new to him. So I kind of felt like if it was that, he would have known, like, oh yeah, we've seen this in other, patients who use chewing tobacco. Like, he didn't seem to know what was going on with it at all. So that's yay, new.
Yeah. What the fuck is that? Is something you really don't want to hear your doctor say. This is a good thing you were under.
Pull the scope out and be like, oh God, I don't know what's going on in there. That's not.
No idea what this is.
Not very reassuring. But I mean, they gave me some like medication that I guess will help with some of the like stomach stuff, and maybe that'll start to make some difference. The biggest problem with that is I've never taken pills. I've never taken anything in my whole life. So I forget to take this shit like all the time. I'm going to have to like set a fucking alarm on my phone twice a day to take this damn pill, because I don't take medicine. I don't go to the doctor. I don't do any of this shit. Like, I don't remember to do this stuff. That's
why your esophagus is all fucked up.
Yeah, obviously.
I don't think esophagus is part of the routine checkup. Well, I was going to complain about my travels, but now it just seems
well, I'm glad
unimportant.
I got out and I got home from everything by like 7:30 ish Friday morning, or no, I guess it was 7:30, 7:45 or so Friday morning. So like we probably could have done something. I could not have. I sat down in the recliner over there and put a TV show on, and I felt like straight fucking shit. I barely made it through a full episode and ended up in the bed over here, just like curled up in the fetal position and slept for the next 20 hours. The whole thing was a terrible experience. All of that shit to find out literally nothing. Other the doctor was stumped as to what's wrong with me. That's the whole. This is why I don't go to the doctor. Like I could have died happy, not knowing, in peace, without going through all this bullshit. And
yeah, they didn't do themselves any favors trying to win back a customer. But well, let's hope it works out. But yeah, if it makes you feel any better, my entire trip was just an unmitigated disaster. So. And I confirmed I am on some like Mexican government list. I think I texted you that 100% because they stopped me at the gate again. And I like, after they searched all my shit, I was like, can I just ask you, like, am I on this list? Am I on a list? And he's like, yep. Like, all right.
Why does this guy keep coming and going all the time? What's he doing?
I figured. Yeah. Well, I didn't have any. It also, because it was such a short trip, I literally just brought a backpack. I tried to make this as painless as possible, and yet they still fucked me every which way they possibly could. But at least I have my health. As far as I know, my esophagus is fine.
Just don't go to the doctor, because
yeah. Then nothing's wrong. Nothing can be wrong.
Right. You may not, and if there is something wrong, like they might not be able to tell you what it is anyway. So it's not even worth it. Just don't even fucking go.
Yep. Yeah, I remember when I went, I had like a mole checked out, and like the first guy I went to was just like, okay, I'm gonna send you to like a specialist. I was like, that doesn't make me feel any better. Yes, we did do the fucking background rainbow. That was Justin did that for me.
For the whole month, we are going to be flying this thing. Johnny likes it so much, we might end up making it just a staple of the show. Like this might be our new thing.
This could be the new thing. This could be the new thing. Hey, we have always been friends over here at the Peddling Fiction podcast to the 2S LGBTQIA plus community. So yeah, we're showing our solidarity with them. And
did I tell you about there was a big pride parade in the local town here in Evansville, and my ex took the kids to it. Man, the more of this stuff she takes the kids to, the more it turns them off from wanting to have anything to do with that entire community. Like they come back from this parade, and Sean especially, he's like, man, fuck all of that. I'm like, first, watch your mouth. But secondly, that's fucking hilarious. Like, has she not figured out, like the more of this stuff she takes them to, the more it pushes them away from wanting anything to do with any of it. It's crazy. I might be raising my kids all right.
Sounds like, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I would allow that. But it sounds like, yeah, it's backfiring, so that's good.
I mean, I can't really like stop her, but at the same time, the kids are with me half the time as well, and so they get my side of reality and the world, and they have by and large embraced my side of it on like everything.
Well, they're also a little they're old enough to not be like completely fucking influenced, right?
Yeah.
It's not like they're not taking like a 5-year-old to the Pride Parade, so that's good. That's good. Well, it sounds like the only people that had worse weekends than you and me were over in the sandbox, Iran, Tel Aviv. What's your take on this whole World War III thing?
Israel has been trying to start a war with Iran for years, and they never can seem to get it off the ground. And I'm not sure they're going to have any more success this time than they have previously, but every time it comes around, it makes all the headlines and it becomes a big thing. And then you've got the pro-Palestine people that are like, oh, support Iran. And then you've got speaking of the pro-Palestine people, did you see where there was like a big group of like blue-haired liberal weirdo women that went over there to support them, and they were getting like thrown out? Like they're trying to like stand in solidarity with these people, and the people are like, we don't fucking want you, go away. Like they're literally picking them up and throwing them away from the that was pretty fucking impressive. But
I wonder who do you think would be more welcome in and around the Middle East, the Palestinians or blue-haired LGBTQIA plus women?
Probably the blue-haired LGBTQIA plus women, but not because they
Just
want
by
them
hair.
there, but just for use.
See, for use. Oh God.
Rape is pretty prominent in that.
Goat. Yeah.
Rape is pretty prominent in that culture. They don't have the qualms about it that we do here in the States. So
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, I mean, Donald Trump has been bloviating pretty much starting last night when he was like telling at like 3:00 in the morning or something, telling them to evacuate Tehran. The rhetoric from him makes it seem like we're already just completely involved in this. The two last truths that he had were we now have complete and total control over the skies of Iran. Iran had good sky trackers and other defensive equipment, plenty of it, but it doesn't compare to American-made, conceived, manufactured stuff. Nobody does it better than good old US of A. And then, this one was right before it. We know exactly where the so-called supreme leader is hiding. He's an easy target, but he's safe there. And then unconditional surrender was his last truth at like 11:30 this morning. So it's not sounding great. I feel like what happened here was like Netanyahu just kind of went around Trump with whoever is still in this like deep state apparatus that Donald Trump has not been able to get rid of, that undermined him his entire first term. They launched the fucking attack, and Donald Trump is just like, he kind of has two choices. He can admit that he has no control over the situation, or he could be like, yep, they can't have nukes, and we're gonna make sure that doesn't happen. And I feel like they just fucking played him. I feel like they played him again, and so now he's just kind of forced into this corner where he has to act tough so that he doesn't look inept or just like completely out of control. And man, I hope this is all just fucking bluster, but I don't see how you come back to the. He's like, yeah, they need to come back to the negotiating table. It's like, I think that's kind of tough to do after you start bombing each other. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't want to get in another fucking quagmire in the Middle East. And dude, Iran is not like fucking Afghanistan or Iraq. Dude, it's enormous. For anybody that doesn't know, like, look at it on the fucking map. It's like all of those things combined. Basically, every fucking sandbox we've fucked up in the Middle East would probably fit inside of Iran. It's like 90 million people or something. It's a big fucking country with an actual, like, these aren't just a bunch of camel fuckers in Iraq with an AK-47. Like, they have a military. They have a standing fucking army. Yeah, I did see this graphic of the U.S. Air Force compared to like the rest of the world, and it's, you know, they have like, you know, Iran has like 500 planes or something, and then like the, you know, the bigger countries, the more, you know, first world fucking places, they have like 2,500, maybe 3,000 fucking planes, and then the U.S. just has like 15,000 fucking planes. So it's like, yeah. I mean, we could take total control of the fucking skies, but again, dude, just what, like in perpetuity again, or for the next 20 years? Will they just bleed a fucking treasury dry? There's just no good fucking outcome that can come from this. And I don't know, man, I think this is a deal breaker for a lot. Remember when the talking point was no new wars? That was like the biggest thing that the MAGA crowd would champion. And it's like, yeah, this was the one that he was supposed to prevent. He couldn't prevent the other ones because he wasn't in fucking power. But this was the one that the great negotiator was supposed to be able to negotiate our way out of. And maybe he was in the process of doing that, and Netanyahu just fucking chopped him off at the fucking knees. If that's the case, then dude, stop fucking backing these goddamn Israel. Like, this is just fucking crazy. The best case scenario would be, like, realistic scenario is that, yeah, we're not like, we don't have fucking troops on the ground or something. But if Israel's just gonna if they're just gonna keep going at it, there's no way the U.S. isn't going to send them hundreds of billions of dollars worth of stuff. And I'm sure as far as Iran's concerned, that's a distinction without a difference. It's like, okay, yeah, we're fighting the U.S. and Israel. This is quite the fucking quagmire. The quagmire to end all quagmires, maybe, in this part of the fucking world. And yeah, you are right. The goddamn Israelis have been trying to fucking get this war going for my entire life, I think. I don't know. They've been saying that Iran is 5 years away from a nuclear bomb at least since like 1995. So any day now they're gonna have a nuke, and apparently
Iran's nuclear bomb is like the world ending because of global warming. It's like it's right around the corner. Just another 5 years. Just another 5 years.
Yeah. And the idea that they would use it like right away, I don't know, man. I just don't think that's realistic, because they would be bombed into oblivion by the rest of the world. I think they just want people, like these countries, they want a nuclear weapon because that gets you a seat at the big boy table with all the other fucking countries. And then you can start throwing your weight around, and you can't be fucking bullied by all these nuclear powers. That's why everybody wants one. It's not because they want to use it. It's because they want the leverage that gives you. I don't know, dude. This whole thing is just, it's such a fucking mess, man. It's such a mess. And I just don't like the way fucking Trump is handling this. I don't like the way, I don't know, taking control of the skies. If you think that's going to get an unconditional surrender, like, he's demanding a surrender. Like, the U.S. is just already in on this. I guess. Well, I guess we're just at war with Iran now.
As has been the case for a lot of things in 2025. I don't necessarily like the way Trump's handling it. I do like the way Thomas Massey is handling it though. Massey says, "This is not our war, but if it were, Congress must decide such matters according to our Constitution. I'm introducing a bipartisan war powers resolution tomorrow to prohibit our involvement. I invite all members of Congress to co-sponsor this resolution." Amazingly enough, this got support from a lot of the people
Tlaib,
who,
right? Yeah,
Tlaib, AOC, a lot of the people that normally would never back Massey on anything, jumped on it real quick. Also, a lot of Republicans as well. I don't think war with Iran is very popular to anyone except the neocons and the war hawks. So, I mean, Liz Cheney is probably Liz and Dick Cheney probably are like reneging on their support of Kamala Harris and being like, "Yeah, go Trump! Like, let's go to war." I haven't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Lindsey Graham is just going to have a fucking month-long priapism. It's Pride Month combined with war with Iran.
I would say it's Pride Month. Lindsey Graham's already like on a month-long party anyway.
Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, I just there is no appetite for this among the American people. Absolutely none. This would be like, not only would this be a much different, more difficult war to wage than the other major wars we've had over the last 20 plus years in this part of the world, but it's just like, dude, we are fucking broke. We are in debt up to our eyeball, 37 trillion. There's no way that like the inflation that would ensue from the US government waging a fucking full-on, this would be like probably a multi-front war. Who knows who else is going to get involved in this if it does turn into like an actual, like a full-on conflict. Russia, China, who knows? And if you remember a couple episodes ago, I was talking about how the amount that we're spending in terms of like either debt to GDP or deficit to GDP, the annual deficit to GDP, haven't been at these levels since World War II. So we're already at the levels that we were spending the last time we fought a world war. Imagine what's going to happen to the spending levels if we have to go through that again. If we actually have to do everything we're doing plus another world war. This is just, it would be the absolute fucking collapse of the dollar. I don't see any other fucking outcome for that. And there's no appetite for it. There's no authority for Trump to just start demanding surrender. Like, and it's just so fucking frustrating that this fucking Netanyahu can just drag us into this. Just tell that guy to fuck off. We can just stay out of it. You know how liberating it would be to just drop Israel. Like, we're carrying around these fucking bags of bricks, and we could just drop it. We could just let go. And if they want to keep fucking picking fights with that, okay, fine. Have fun. Have fun over there. But you're not dragging us into this again. Jesus Christ, man. Plus you got the Ukraine shit. It's just like, God damn it, dude. This is just never ending. This is never ending. And yeah, I'm sure, everybody that's a diehard Donald Trump supporter can be like, well, we'd be in this situation anyway. I'm sure we would. If Kamala Harris is president, like this is happening as well. If Joe Biden was president, this is happening as well. So to that end, yeah, I guess, you take the chance, you support Trump, you hope he fucking does the right thing here. But man, everything he's saying, it's just like such a predictable reaction. This is why I think they just played him. I think Netanyahu was talking to, Lindsey Graham and all those motherfuckers, and they're just like, yo, just bomb him. We'll paint Trump into a corner. He can either come out and say, like, I tried to stop this and I couldn't, or I didn't know what was going on. Or he can kind of embrace it and try to be the tough guy and be like, yep, we can't allow Iran to have nukes. So we're going to demand surrender or else, or we could kill this guy. We know exactly where he is. We're not going to do it. Not yet, but he better be careful because I'm getting tired of this. And it's just a very predictable outcome from him. I think they fucking played him like a fiddle. I think they played him like a fiddle.
All right, I finally found it. There was a truth post from yesterday. I'm not on Truth, so it would probably be easier if I was just on Truth Social, and then I could just go to Trump's feed and then find it. But I'm not, so I have to like dig through all of the other reposts of his posts and find the post. Anyway, this is the one I was looking for, and this is actually not a terrible take, and the direction I thought and hoped that he was going to go with this before all of the shit that he posted today about we have control of the skies and, you know, all the like posturing and grandstanding. In this post, he says Iran and Israel should make a deal and will make a deal, just like I got it, just like I got India and Pakistan to make. In that case, by using trade with the United States to bring reason, cohesion, and sanity into the talks with two excellent leaders who were able to quickly make a decision and stop. Also, during my first term, Serbia and Kosovo were going at it hot and heavy, and as they have for many decades. And this long-time conflict was ready to break out into war. I stopped it. Biden has hurt the long-term prospects with some very stupid decisions, but I'll fix it again. Another case is Egypt and Ethiopia and their fight over a massive dam that is having an effect on the magnificent Nile River. There is peace, at least for now, because of my intervention, and it will stay that way. Likewise, we will have peace soon between Israel and Iran. Many calls and meetings now taking place. I do a lot, and I never get credit for anything, but that's okay. The people understand. Make the Middle East great again. All right, number one, the Middle East was never great at any point other than during Catholic occupation of the Holy Land, but that's neither here nor there. And if we're going to go to war in the Middle East, that's what, like, Crusades round 2. Fuck World War III. Fuck Civil War II, Crusades Part 2, 3, 4. I don't know. Let's go. It's time for another crusade. How many crusades have there been?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I like that rhetoric a lot better than what he's been saying today and last night. And yeah, I mean, there is a chance that he can just be like, okay, you launch some missiles, they launch some missiles. All right, that's enough. That's enough out of both of you fucking just. But you have to tell Israel to fuck off. Be like, you can't keep doing this. You're going to lose our support. Because otherwise they're just going to keep antagonizing them. And this could, I mean, this is just like this game of chicken right now. It's like a nuclear game of chicken. This is the dumbest shit. And didn't Pakistan come out and say they were going to fucking nuke Israel?
I mean, at this point, like, let everybody nuke Israel. Like, because they are the bully of the Middle East. Like, they go out and they bomb people and they do all this shit. And all because they know they have the backing of the U.S. military, that if they do this stuff, like, they don't have to worry about getting hit. Like, it's the kid that goes out and punches somebody because he doesn't have to worry about anybody punching him back because, you know, his best friend is the school bully and nobody's going to come fuck with him because, you know, what are you going to do? Right. Get your ass kicked by that kid? Yeah. So, okay, what are you going to do? You're going to bomb Israel and then the U.S. will glass the entire sandbox? It's like, no. So, like, yeah, tell Israel, look, if you want to keep starting shit, you have to deal with your shit that you start. Yeah. And I bet they'll.
That should have been the response from Trump. He should have come out and been like, listen, I was fucking working on a goddamn deal. They launched some fucking missiles. We're done with Israel. That's it. It's over. They're on their own. They're not getting another fucking dime from us. We're not sending any fucking weapons over there. We're not going to help their Iron Dome. We're not doing this. We're not mobilizing. We are out of it. Period. And see what happens. But no, of course, then you just get him fucking bloviating. I know they mobilized a bunch of what do they call them? The things they need to refuel the fucking jets and everything, like midair. They're sending a bunch of those over there. They're redirecting an aircraft carrier over there from fucking China over there or something like that. Like anything that, like, if any one of those things gets fucking hit now, anybody in the US that's over there, some fucking thing goes off and some US soldiers are dead, and then it's like, okay, now you got the excuse that you need, because now it's not just like a fucking, now we're involved. Some US soldiers were killed. Can't have that, right? This whole thing's a tinderbox that can go off at any moment. And
I mean, and do we really trust putting like our assets that close to Israel? It's not like they've never hit us before. There's a ship that they hit one time. It was a USS Cole. Is that right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. It's not like they've never hit us before on accident, but or allowed us to be hit, or coordinated with our own government to allow us to be hit. 9/11.
Yeah. Right. Like you got it. Yeah, they have to find some way to get at least a portion of the American people to back this. I don't think there's any appetite for it right now. But like, you've seen what happens if something goes wrong, plane gets hit, fucking ship gets hit, who knows? They get the fucking excuse. Then you have then you got like 25-30% of the American people like, yep, let's go kill them all. We can't let them have nukes. It's I'm surprised of the market reactions. I would have thought that like we would have seen much bigger moves in the markets, given, I don't know, the severity of this, but maybe they're just kind of thinking, and that's kind of the scariest thing, is like the complacency around this. Or it's just like, I don't know, gold was up like $30 that night, the night that fucking Iran got bombed. It's like, dude, that's like a nothing move for gold these days. Markets are down today about 1% across the board. Not quite 1%. Oh, they just closed. Yeah, it's 4:00 now. Yeah. 1% on the NASDAQ, 0.7 on the Dow, 0.84 on the S&P 500. Dollar's just been getting hammered. It's down to 98.82 on the dollar index. My pesos, we were 18 something pesos to the dollar. Oh, no, we're back at 19. Okay. Going fucking broke over here. But I don't know, dude. The amount of complacency around this, and I the whole time on Twitter, all I'm seeing is like stupid posts about that fucking tool, Alex Padilla or whatever his name is. Nobody knows who that is. Who got like detained for interrupting a press conference, and then we had the No Kings protest. Like, people are not really giving this situation the severity that I think it deserves. I don't know which one of these other topics you want to switch to, and you have any other thoughts on the whole?
Well, I think people are just. I think the post. What was the 10/7 or whatever? Whenever Israel got hit, which also seems suspicious in hindsight. Like, whenever Israel had their own 9/11 and then started their crusade against Gaza, I think people have just gotten fatigued. Like, there is a significant portion of Israel fatigue with all of this shit, and also people starting to see, like, yeah, they're kind of the problem, so fuck that. So I think people are largely just like, nah, fuck this. Like, I'm not even gonna give this the time of day, because they don't deserve our attention. They are schoolyard bullies, and they deserve to get punched in the fucking face. So
yeah, just if they want to launch rockets back and forth, like, okay, fine, go for it. Just, again, we need to stay out of this, and every every fucking way imaginable. And unfortunately, it just doesn't look like that's going to be the case. But we'll see. Yeah, hopefully this again, dude. Just, I mean, this has happened. It's not the first time this has happened, and it hasn't kicked off into like a full-on conflict. But I don't know. Like at some point, it will be like the straw that breaks the camel's back, and it just feels like we're really close to it if we're not there already.
Well, I think we did find the straw that broke the camel's back, where some of these protests and stuff like that go, and drivers having to deal with blocked traffic. You mentioned the No Kings protest. I've got a whole list of videos from the No Kings protests over the weekend of people driving who are fed up with these dumbasses blocking. Nobody actually got hit in that one, unfortunately, but that was a pretty good one. Where is it?
Yeah, well, were they just crossing the street there?
Now, there we go. This one.
Hey, what the fuck up?
Yeah, so people hitting this guy's car, surrounding it. I love the Pikachu surprise when you're standing in the fucking street blocking traffic, harassing people when they're in their cars, and then they just hit the fucking gas. And like, oh my god, what are you doing? How did you do that?
I can't believe he ran somebody over.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and let you beat on my car. Oh, that one that you just passed is pretty good. That chick gets her fucking legs crushed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that one. It's just like, yeah, I don't know what you think, how you think this is going to go for you, person versus vehicle. These were No Kings protests, or were these all the ICE protests?
These were at the No Kings protests over the weekend.
Oh, they were. Okay. Yeah. And that was such a scheduled thing. I don't know, block off, have everything just fucking blocked off so no traffic is getting stuck in there like they do with fucking marathons, I guess. I don't know.
Right. Like, you're doing this protest. It's basically just an anti-Trump rally. So get with your local officials, get the streets blocked off, do your whole fucking thing. Like, keep it contained to, make your scene and do your videos and TikTok it and what the fuck ever, and don't bother the rest of the fucking city. But they don't do that. They make these things public. They get out in the middle of the street. They block traffic. They cause problems. They disrupt businesses, and they deserve everything bad that happens to them whenever they're doing this shit. Like, this is fuck around and find out 101.
Yeah. And if I'm like, dude, I'm on a jury, like, there's just not, there's no scenario where I'm going to side with people that are blocking traffic and fucking banging on people's cars and shit, surrounding them. Nope. Sorry. He plowed through you guys. Okay. Yeah. I'm surprised he waited as long as he did to do that.
Like that, the second video that we watched where somebody legitimately got run over and crushed. The left is posting the second half of that, where the guy just speeds through and hits somebody and takes off. They don't post the first 10 seconds of it where this guy's just sitting here in traffic with everybody else, and they start beating on his car and yelling, screaming at him, and then he's like, all right, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Who would in what fucking planet are you just expected to sit there and be abused? It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. That's why it was so nice when that, I don't know, that Florida, I forget, it was like the police commissioner or something came out. He's like, yep, expect to get run over. And if you do this, you're going to end up in the hospital and then the jail. And if you do that, jail. If you do this, we're not going to prosecute anybody for plowing through a fucking crowd anymore.
Yeah. I think DeSantis Florida put that said officially, if you are in a situation like this and you run people over, we're not going to press charges on you. Like, you have to defend yourself.
Absolutely. I mean, and it's just, I don't know.
Well,
I love how they're trying to get sympathy. It's like, no. You guys are fucking up the fucking area right now. Everybody's had it. Who cares about your stupid fucking protest?
The most insane thing is, like, why are they protesting to begin with? Oh, because we don't want a king. No, like Donald Trump is a king, apparently.
I'm just so scared. I'm 74 years old. I worry about everything, and I just am so scared and upset, and I don't understand why people voted for this person.
Oh. Somebody should just put her in a home.
Right, like
she's not. Yeah, she shouldn't be watching. Just turn off the TV, lady. You'll be fine.
Put on reruns of Matlock. She'll be happy.
Like,
Holly, I put on reruns of Matlock for my wife, and she's happy.
Yeah, Nick at Night.
Golden Girls.
Yeah, dude, these people are. I don't know, dude. Just it would just be the world would be such a better place if these lunatics just unplugged from all of it. I guarantee you that 74-year-old lady, nothing has changed in her life since Donald Trump got elected, other than just the news that she watches, like the rhetoric and everything. Okay. What in your day-to-day life changed? Nothing.
I would be willing to bet in the last 20, 25 years, very little in her life has changed.
Yeah. Yeah, she's still getting her Social Security checks. I promise. Those aren't going anywhere. She still gets all her fucking Medicare. That's still, like, nothing's changing there. So I don't know what she's so afraid of. At 74, I think you should just be afraid of dying because you're getting up there. Yeah, this is. I've seen, like, the average age of these crowds. It does look like there's a lot of boomers in there.
Oh, fuck. I was just kind of like half-assed. I didn't realize it was official. They're on one of these lefty posts talking about how terrible it was that people were that somebody ran over some people at these protests. There was a link to an article. It was like, it says, is it legal to run over protesters in Florida? How to stay safe at No Kings protests. Anyone protesting in Florida may want to keep an eye on traffic. Ron DeSantis said, we also have a policy that if you're driving on one of those streets and a mob comes and surrounds your vehicle and threatens you, you have a right to flee for your safety. And so if you drive off and you hit one of these people, that's their fault for impining on you.
Yep. Makes perfect sense to me. And it's not even a stand your ground thing. It's like, no, I was trying to get away. Feared for my life. You don't know. You don't know if they're going to pull you out of your car and fucking curb stomp you.
Well, and I was like, so I started carrying my gun in my truck back in 2013, 2014, when I was living and working in Jersey. It was after the Freddie Gray thing, I want to say. Whenever they were like, did the march from New York to DC and burned down Baltimore. I accidentally drove through downtown Baltimore. My fucking GPS fucked me. Like, it sent me down a road that had construction, and I had to detour and go through fucking downtown Baltimore in the middle of the riots. So I'm just sitting there like, my gun right here, driving with my, like, I wasn't fucking around. But anyway, I started carrying my gun in my truck back when all of that stuff started happening, because there were literally videos of people like up in that area getting drugged out of their cars, out of their trucks, and just beat to death for no reason other than they happened to be stopped on the road while one of these, peaceful marches was coming through. And whenever I started carrying, I had some people that were like, "Oh, what are you gonna do? You're gonna shoot everybody in the protest?" Like, no, but I'm gonna get 26 of them. Like, I got 2 mags in this, and I got one in ready to go, and I got another one in the truck. Like, I can drop a mag pretty quick and reload just as quick. Like, no, I might not be able to kill the entire protest, but I bet I can kill enough to get them to think twice.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we ought to let this guy drive away.
Yeah. It's just I don't know, dude. I don't think I would ever just be on the road in these areas, but if I was, I'm not sitting there and just waiting for something bad to happen. And I think just the way these protests are going and the things that they're protesting for, and the frequency of it is just like, it's enough already. It's enough. No Kings protest. Yeah, great. Watch nothing change. I saw so many people brag. Oh, we had 11 million people out in the street. It's like, great. And then 2 days later, it'll be like it never happened. Nothing ever happens from your stupid fucking protests, other than some of these people get run over by a car. It's not going to change anything. It's certainly, like, even if, let's say hypothetically your protest was a smashing success. They impeached Trump. They got him out of office. Next man up, doing the exact same thing Trump's doing. You want to know how I know that? Because Trump's doing the exact same thing Biden did, the exact same thing Obama did before Biden, the exact same thing George Bush did before Obama. They're all doing it. All of them. Nothing is going to change. So, yeah, it would be refreshing if that Thomas Massey fucking legislation goes through. I can't believe you have to put something forth. The Constitution is pretty clear that you can't just you can't just go to war with somebody.
Right. We shouldn't need a bill to enforce what the Constitution already clearly states. I don't know. Yeah. That's just a thought.
Yeah. It's the bill should just be like, please refer to Article 1, Section 8. Just a 1-sentence bill. But yeah, I don't know. They should probably be protesting that instead of no kings. And no king is just such a vague thing. What has Donald Trump been doing that makes him a king?
Right? Like, what has he done king-like? He signed a bunch of executive orders. Okay, so did like every other president ever.
Yeah. He actually signed them himself instead of by auto pen. Yeah. I don't know, the whole thing. I mean, it is just the Trump derangement syndrome. Like, they cannot see that he's doing the exact same thing that everybody does. It's like, for whatever reason, as soon as he does it, then it triggers something in their mind. Be like, oh, this is unconstitutional. And a lot of times it is, but it's no different from any of the other unconstitutional shit that they supported, full-throated support, up until Donald Trump took office again. And these protests, I don't know. There's just no, they don't have any public support for that. There's no public support for war with Iran. I don't know what the public's gonna do here. I don't think the Elon's like, we need a new party is the way to go either. It's maybe people are gonna realize that no matter who you vote for, you always get John McCain. Is that Tom Woods that said that, or was not Tom Woods? It was it's the foreign policy guy that
I've heard it a bunch of different times. I don't know where it originated, but yeah,
I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on his name.
Well, I think they're all really upset that Trump is doing these deportations and stuff. Oh, all right. So this is hilarious on the deportation front. So at my wife's work, they have a number of people.
Scott Horton. Thank you.
There you go. Scott's a great guy. I like him. I've met him a couple times and hung out with him. So at my wife's work, they have a number of people who are here on like a work visa type of a thing. So they're not citizens. They're not illegals, but they're here for a short time. And some of them, it's under unique circumstances why they were allowed in, like wouldn't have been allowed in otherwise, but because they either came from Haiti or Venezuela or somewhere else that it could be classified as they were they're technically refugees, so they're not really, I don't know, it's a gray area where their immigration status is, and a bunch of them work here at my wife's work. One of them got a letter and a phone call that they said your visa is good until 2026, but we're going to cancel it, and we're going to give you $1,000 and a plane ticket back home. Like, so your options are, like, we're canceling your visa. You can't stay here. Your options are, we will give you a plane ticket and $1,000 and you can go back home, or we can send ICE to come arrest you and drag you away, and we'll do this all in the unpleasant way. Like, personally, I think this is fucking brilliant. Like, if you know where they are already, just be like, hey, look, you got to go home. Here's $1,000 and a plane ticket. Now get the fuck out. Then you don't have the whole like due process bullshit and all of that. Just be like, hey, like, we can do this the easy way. Here's your money. Here's your plane ticket, GTFO, or we can do this the hard way, and things might go like really bad. So what would you like?
Right. And you take away the optics. Everybody's just posting, oh, look at, he's dragging this hardworking poor guy away from his family and deporting him, which everybody knew that was going to happen. We all knew as soon as Donald Trump won election that they were going to try to weaponize every single deportation case to try to make it look as sympathetic as possible, and we shouldn't be deporting people.
Oh, and then they're like, then they posted videos of it and like, is this what you voted for? Like, actually, yes, that's like 90%. This video alone is like 90% of what I voted for. Like, I only voted for him because I wanted to see these videos of people getting drug away. Like, but speaking of immigration and videos, The View obviously has a lot of thoughts on the whole immigration thing. And interestingly enough, Arnold Schwarzenegger had some thoughts as well.
So you are an immigrant. You're an immigrant in this country. Yeah. Did you have a visceral reaction to what they're doing, what ICE is doing, when you see the videos of it?
Well, I tell you, you said that the immigrant, I'm so proud and happy that I was embraced by the American people like that. I mean, imagine they came over here with the age of 21, with absolutely nothing. And then to create a career like that. I mean, in no other country in the world could you do that. Yeah. Every single thing, if it's my bodybuilding career, if it's my acting career, becoming governor, the beautiful family that I've created, all of this is because of America.
That's true.
And so this is why I'm so happy to see firsthand that this is the greatest country in the world, and this is the land of opportunity. And I think because I'm such a proud American and a proud immigrant that came to America, I was asked to do, on July 4th, a big speech, the keynote speech at Mount Vernon, where George Washington was laid to rest, and where he lived and all that, to celebrate the 250th anniversary of America, the existence of America. And I will be doing the speech that they asked me because I'm an immigrant, and there will be 7,000 some people there, and there will be people that will be sworn in and will become citizens that day.
That's great.
So it's really a great celebration. And this is what this is all about, is to celebrate people becoming Americans and coming to America and all that. And so I just think the world of the great kind of a history that we have with immigrants in America. But the key thing also is at the same time that we got to do things legal. That is the important thing, you know. So you got to do things legal. And those people that are doing illegal things in America and that are foreigners, they are not smart. Because when you come to America, you're a guest. And you have to behave like a guest. Like when I go to someone's house and I'm a guest, then I will do everything I can to keep things clean and to make my bed and to do everything that is the right thing to do rather than committing a crime or being abusive or something like that. So that doesn't really work in this country. So I think the important thing is when you become an immigrant, to think about, okay, I go to America because I want to use America for the great opportunities that America has in education, in jobs, creating a family, all of those kind of things. Then you have to think about, okay, if I get all of those things from America, then I have to give something back. You have a responsibility as an immigrant to give back to America and to pay back to America and to go and do something for your community for no money whatsoever. Give something back to after-school programs, Special Olympics, or whatever it is. Make this country a better place.
I don't think that was the answer that they were looking for.
They keep trying to cut him off, and he's not. He's
yeah.
on
You can
roll.
see one of the chick's hands like on his arm at one point. And like, all right, that's enough out of you. And he's like, nope, I'm making a fucking point here. And it's a pretty good point.
As soon as he talked about coming legally, then they were like, oh shit, now he's going down the wrong, because that's the most retarded thing about it is all of these brain dead fucking leftists. They're like, oh, well, what about this person? What about Elon Musk? What about Donald Trump's wife, Ivanka? What about or no, what's the anyway? Fuck. What's his wife's name? Melania.
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at something else.
Like, what about all of these people? It's like, yeah, well, they came here legally. They like went through the whole system. They followed the process, and you know.
Yeah, usually the last person you want to get to like condemn deportations is somebody that went through the immigration process, which I've heard is no picnic. And he's just making a great point. It's like, yeah, dude, you know, you're kind of a guest here. Yeah, act like it. Don't destroy shit. Don't try to fucking turn it into whatever country you came from that you were fleeing. Don't abuse people. Don't commit a bunch of fucking crimes.
Be part of and give
probably
back.
Won't have a problem, you know. So yeah, I just thought that was absolutely hilarious. He redeemed himself slightly from the "fuck your freedom" comment, which was, I think that was the last thing I heard out of Arnold Schwarzenegger a few years ago. So I do like the way he says Mount Vernon. But yeah, he makes a fucking good point. You're a fucking guest here. Try to not destroy things. And I bet you will be accepted with open arms. And to Magoo's point, waiting to see how this ends before downing all the black pills. Yes, I will. I tend to agree with that. It's like nothing has been done that is catastrophic yet. But man, do I hope somehow we fucking wiggle out of this one. Because yeah, this is a tight little fucking rope that we're walking here. And I saw some clips on Twitter of Dave Smith, part of the problem, saying that like Trump should be impeached for this already. Like Trump hasn't really done anything as far as I can tell, other than just say things.
Right. Like we're impeaching for tweets again.
Yeah. That's I think he's jumping the gun a little bit, but I don't know. They are scrambling jets and things and apparently taking over the skies. So, but yeah, if he does take unilateral fucking action and we start fucking firing at Iran or something like that, then it's a whole different story. But yes, we will be cautiously optimistic. That doesn't happen. I don't know. I don't know what else to say on it other than yes, I will wait until he actually does something that is that I think is completely wrong. I just don't like the way he's talking. The way he's talking is like we're already in it. We're already fucking like waist deep in this fucking conflict, and we don't have to be. I don't care anymore. I don't care about any of the strategic positioning and the oil. I just don't give a shit about any of that stuff anymore. Couldn't care any less. It's not in our interests. I don't care what you say. I don't care if we have to give up all of our bases over there. Like, doesn't matter. We don't need a strategic ally in that part of the world. Nope, we don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need anything over there. We really don't. And like I just said, it's just like we're carrying this bag of bricks and we could just drop it and be free. And I don't understand why there's so much resistance. Like, no, we got to keep carrying the bricks. It's a fucking bag of bricks. Just lay it down. I think that's about it. Yeah. Got anything else today? Oh, we do have some shithole Chicago stuff. We could save that for Friday if you want.
Let's do some shithole Chicago on Friday.
Yeah, it's become a regular tradition here. We'll do a happy hour on Friday as well.
I was gonna say happy hour on Friday. The morning show guys are gearing up for that, so we should be good.
That's gonna be a good one. We're gonna play some games.
Hell yeah!
Fuck yeah! All right. I guess that's it. You got anything else?
Nope. Hopefully by Friday I'll know if I'm dying or not.
Yeah, well, we'll know if we're all dying. Yes, yeah. Again, it's just like the idea that like Iran's gonna use this nuke. It's like I don't think they can get it all the way over here.
Yeah, some dipshit on Thomas Massey's post was like, "How would you feel if Iran nuked Kentucky?" And Massey posted a picture of the range of Iranian missiles. It's like they're barely getting anything past Italy. They're not hitting Kentucky.
Yeah, well, unless they sneak it across the border, right? A little suitcase nuke or something. But no, we shut down the border. So, yeah, I don't know, dude. This is just, again, massive fucking propaganda, and people lose their minds as soon as they hear these kinds of arguments. And it's just, like, you got to think it through. Think it through. Hopefully cooler heads prevail here. Donald Trump is the greatest negotiator. So let's watch him negotiate his way out of this. Because I think he got fucking played by fucking Netanyahu and I don't know, the swamp creatures that are still exercising some authority over there in DC. I think they played him and they painted him into this corner, and they're hoping that his ego will sort of force his hand into getting us involved in this. So hopefully he sees that. I just don't think he does. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, by Friday, we'll know if you're going to get drafted. No, you can't get drafted because you got a bad esophagus.
I'm too old anyway. My son, though. But he's overweight, so maybe he went.
Yeah,
not for him either.
He can't fucking pass basic training, man.
That boy, like that boy can't run a mile. So
it's all part of his diabolical plan. I'm not going to get in shape, so I don't have to go fight a war in Iran. Oh shit. All right. Well, I don't have much going on this week either. I'm all out of sorts. I almost forgot today was Tuesday. My schedule just, I don't know, traveling and everything.
Oh,
traveling time.
I did start doing my show again. Fact check this. I did an episode last week. I have a interesting piece on. So there was a study that showed that there was more diversity on the political right than on the political right than the political left. And there's been a lot of stuff that's been going around about that. So I found some interesting stuff about that. I'm going to talk about that on Thursday. I'll do a live show of my show to talk about the diversity on the political spectrums.
All right. Cool. So yeah, check that out. Maybe I'll put out a Substack this week. I have some thoughts, a couple 2-3 thoughts rattling around in my head still. So yeah, and then Friday, gonna be a great day. Podcast party, Friday night happy hour, and possibly the end of the world. So plan for that accordingly. And until then, you guys know what to do. Just keep on peddling that so-called fiction. Peace.